Ready? White 25.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Silver. Mike 50. Mike 50. I got it. Flip it.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he finds his target. It's sharp. 8 yards there on a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Houston.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready. Blue way. 54 Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Check. Walk 54. Man, I got you. Wait.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Calhoun. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. He may try and run for this. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And a big loss
is here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on second down. Allen buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, echo. No. Me. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey, let's pin the mirrors down. Full strip. Mike, check. Go.
Allen to throw once more. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Mike,
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Houston.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now Pollard, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, here we go. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Danny. Here we go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Run for Pollard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike's 50. Watch the run. Flip it.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
James has got it. Complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tavecchio puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
K-19! Check, 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Done. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Winston. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Let's go.
They're on 31-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for L.A. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Ready. Flag. Watch the run. Easy. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, check him.
Johnson on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Reed, come see. Let's go, Mike 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 52's in the Hey, Haywood.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Motion. 56.
Here's Allen. And got
he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Let's go, D.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
At the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Winston. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Oh, this may be a free play for Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. And we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Check. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. He's checking. Crash. Pick the edge. Go. Watch safety creeping.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To
To throw is King. Throwing on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. They find some open field here. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, score! Touchdown!
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose, and the Texans scoop it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Pollard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Here's Pollard again. He will push his way down to about the 14. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Get him, boys.
A 3-yard pickup.
Mike 50. Watch the sled. Watch the sled.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Mike 25. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Run back. Check 31, check 31.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem